Hello. I haven't been logging in as much to the game anymore at the moment. I basically log in only when I'm playing, only when I'm recording. I mean, life has just been really busy, so I haven't had time to sit in the evening and just quickly do my logins for the day. Okay, we read a unique vermilion the last time, so we're going to read Addictive Pain now next. And then we will head on to one of the myths for Rafayel. I've also been informed that I don't need to worry about the third legendary myths that have been uploaded. That's all 2 hours long, as those I can jump into later. So thank you for that advice. I really appreciate it, because it's making me excited to be able to jump back into the main story a little bit more quicker. So we'll just finish up the anecdotes and that myth for Rafayel. I know I still need to read the other Bond memory of his as well, because it explains a lot more of his lore a little bit more, I think. I really don't want to look that Bond memory up on YouTube. I would like to experience it when I unlock it. So it's really tedious editing, and that's why my uploads have become so slow, because editing these videos without causing interruptions when I watch it on YouTube, it's not difficult, it just takes a lot of time. That one I would like to jump into once I've unlocked it. Let's head into Addictive Pain. Number 1, Ignition. This year's summer in Lincoln City was tranquil. That is until one fateful night, a masterpiece named Illusion made a grand entrance and stirred the art world. The name Rafayel surged like a tidal wave, striking the soul of every artist in Lincoln. His influence, just like his artwork, swiftly blazed through the entire art community. As the exhibition ends, Rafayel is greeted by art world representatives from over a dozen media outlets outside the venue, just as expected. Mr. Rafayel, we're from Face to Art. May we request a moment of your time for an interview? We promise it won't take long. Mr. Rafayel, may I ask what motivated your sudden decision to return to your homeland? Some criticize your artwork as base as fantasies and devoid of soul. What is your response to that? Rafayel maintains a slight smile, remaining silent and aloof. Contrary to his elegant demeanor, his red suit exudes a fiery passion as intense as burning flames. Persistent reporters still try to dig deeper, hoping to uncover secrets the public is even more curious about. Mr. Rafayel, would it be alright to ask where you come from? Some speculate that you're actually royalty from a certain maritime civilization. An island? Rafayel continues to walk, a faint smile playing on his lips. Atlantis, maybe? Your work does embody a certain romantic charm. This question is answered amid the laughter of the reporters. Before getting into the car, a crowd races to the roadside. A person asks, one final question, Mr. Rafayel. Why did you choose to come to Lincoln City? A fleeting, elusive glimmer flashes in Rafayel's eyes, so brief that no one catches it. Lincoln City and the people within it invoke a sense of wonder for me. Can you describe that feeling? With a momentary lapse in his aloof smile, Rafayel speaks earnestly. Like spice smeared on your hand, on the tip of your tongue. So it's a flavor. Is it? Rafayel steps into the car and shuts the door. He offers no clear answer to the rhetorical question, nor does he intend to get an answer. Only he knows it's not a matter of taste, but a sense of perception. An addictive, painful kind. Number 2, another disguise. The phone on the bedside table vibrates, waking Rafayel from his sleep in the hotel bed. Overnight, his inbox is flooded with a variety of invitations and visitation requests. Most of these are from various art organizations, media outlets, and individual artists. He scrolls down, flipping through several pages before his finger abruptly stops. Shining a spotlight on Lincoln City universities, interviews with student representatives from 34 different majors. The out-of-place headline instantly captures his attention. University. She should still be a college student. Someone forwarded this email to him. I did not silence my phone. Rafayel taps on it and examines each photo. Before he finishes, he pauses. In the photograph, the student representatives of the university are all smiles, radiating joy and optimism. Behind them is a building with a glass spire, on which hangs a sign bearing the name of the university. At the same time, he receives a new message from the sender of this email. University of Lincoln, that's where the person you're looking for is. Is it moi you're looking for? There's a knock on the door. Rafayel silences his phone and rises from the bed. Here's your mail, sir. Please take it. The hotel's robot says, standing at the door. Its metallic, blocky hands hold a stack of letters. Unsurprisingly, it's not just a bunch of emails that arrive, but also a flood of physical letters. Raphael takes them, returns to his room, and tosses them onto the table. He is still thinking about what kind of excuse he should use to show up at the University of Lincoln. A renowned artist wandering aimlessly through the campus each day and inquiring about the whereabouts of a particular girl is likely to make the headlines in no time. It would be best to carry this out in secret. As he thinks, he inadvertently looks at several invitation letters for lectures. His gaze lingers on them for a moment. A thought spontaneously springs to mind. The University of Lincoln's Art Center, crowned with a glass spire, houses Raphael's lecture in its largest auditorium, capable of accommodating many people. The aforementioned artist sits on the stage. As he wraps up his extraordinary lecture about his art, he sweeps his gaze over each face in the audience below. She is in the school, possibly within reach. However, it's a pipe dream to think that someone he's been chasing after for many years would willingly appear here. Mr. Rafayel, can I ask you a question that's not related to the lecture? A student's voice from below the podium pulls Rafayel out of his hazy thoughts. Rafayel adjusts his sitting position. Sure. I heard you're not particularly fond of discussing your artistic philosophy in public, even turning down invitations from professional art institutions. So, why did you agree to give a lecture at our school? Is there something here that particularly appeals to you? The student grins, suggesting that his line of questioning is far from over. Is your ex here? A sudden uproar fills the entire lecture hall. After a while, as the students slowly quiet down, Raphael responds, Maybe. Just as the cacophony is about to subside, noise surges again like a wave rising from the ocean. Raphael pretends to share in their joy. His eyes, filled with laughter, slowly shift to outside the window. After the lecture ends, Raphael leaves the auditorium. The Dean of the College of Fine Arts invites him to his office for tea and incidentally brings up the matter of signing on as a visiting professor. The campus is lush with greenery, with students moving back and forth. Raphael feels a little bit better as he walks down these streets. However, the tranquility doesn't last long. Thank you, but I'd like to take a stroll on my own and soak in the atmosphere of the campus. Hold on, there's one more thing. Number 3, a new player. Inside a private booth on the second floor of the Nest, Raphael lounges on the sofa, idly playing with a coin in his hand. It's not easy to secure a meeting with a renowned up-and-coming artist, the person seated across remarks, his greeting laced with hidden implications. Raphael doesn't look at him as he places the coin on the table. As long as you can provide valuable info, there will always be an opportunity for us to meet. The lecture at Lincoln University was very popular. It seems you received my email. As the man speaks, he pulls out a file. He opens it, takes out some photos, and places them on the table. Here's what you requested. Quite a few people are keeping an eye on her. From what I can see, some have been planning for years. They're setting things into motion. The threads of fate have already spun a web around her. You're entering the game late, but if we act immediately, we might just get the upper hand by catching the others off guard. Raphael listens half-heartedly, scanning the photos with no discernible emotion. To join now, it would be a late entrance, but he doesn't need to. He's been in the game since the beginning. What do you have on the others? The man shrugs. I can't dig any deeper. With your current status, you should have more channels than me. He takes out another photo and places it on the right. Here's a bonus just for you. She's in the photo, captured from a distance. Raphael's expression becomes a little colder. I believe I told you not to approach her. She didn't notice. Just an ordinary college student, going to class during the day and spending time with friends afterward. She sometimes joins in extracurricular activities. She's completely unaware of us. Besides, is she your type? Don't ask unnecessary questions, Raphael chuckles. He picks up the girl's photograph and stands. And don't do anything unnecessary either. Suddenly, flames incinerate the file in the man's hand, as well as the photos on the table. It is intense, blinding. Otherwise, you'll never be able to work with anyone ever again. Okay, number 4, bait. Lincoln University's campus is accessible to everyone. Raphael strolls under the shade of the tree-lined path, surrounded by hundreds of people. Ever since he gave that lecture, he has grown to love the campus ambience. Green leaves and red bricks. The area resonates with simple, crisp laughter and shouts. Even the air is saturated with the floral scent of later summer, invigorating and refreshing. What a free, shallow sea. Under the sun, the water is so clear that one can see the bottom. Everyone is but a school of fish in this vast ocean, including himself. But she's only bait, disguised as a tiny red fish. It's possible that at this very moment she's in the crowd. She may be still in some classroom he has yet to pass by. It's possible that in an unguarded moment, unnoticed by him, she has already brushed past him. No matter where she is, her aura has already attracted too many predators that don't belong in these waters. Rafayel knows if he takes the bait and appears by her side without meticulous planning, he will undoubtedly become prey, and there might be someone lurking in the shadows, using her as bait to capture him. Rafayel knows that since he's already reached this point, there's no need to rush. He must ensure his absolute safety before doing anything rash. Moreover, he's willing to spend the rest of his days with her. He wants to settle the score with her, bit by bit, slowly and steadily. At this thought, a deep-seated pain stings his heart, gradually seeping down, permeating his entire being. This process is undeniably painful, yet it's addictive. A leaf flutters, landing on Rafayel's shoulder. He stops brushing off the leaf, and his gaze falls upon the scoreboard standing nearby. By a strange twist of fate, the photograph of a familiar face is right there. Rafayel recognizes her at first glance, so many years later. This photograph is clearer than any he had seen before. He can recognize her features, which have changed a little from what he remembers. She's no longer as young as before, yet her eyes still twinkle with the same mirth as they always had. A voice echoes from deep in his heart. Long time no see. Aren't you that famous painter, Ruff? The students nearby notice him and burst into excitement. Rafayel turns around and shushes them. The other person is overjoyed. Rafayel points to the pictures on the board and asks, "Do you know where the students of this major usually have their class?" No one can resist helping a well-mannered, renowned person. There's no fixed classrooms for lectures, but most students take their elective courses on the 5th floor. He points to the facility behind him, at that building over there. Rafayel looks at the building for a moment, then his eyes shift to the floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, he's counting. He counts out 50 steps. In 50 steps, he'll be that much closer to her. Thank you. Also, please don't mention this to anyone else. No problem, but does your... Sure, Rafayel says and turns away from the bulletin board, but it loses its charm if you say it out loud. The more information he learns, the less hurried he feels. For every step they take, it'll only take a few to reunite. Every step you take, every move you make. He's gonna be there watching you. Besides, he has taken the bait she used once before. I wonder what they wanted to say here though. But does your what? Number 5, unexpected encounter. A week later, at the dean's office. Fantastic, you'll be our visiting professor for a year, Mr. Rafayel. The dean of the College of Fine Arts, satisfied, puts away the 2-page contract Rafayel signed in a file. I hope we will have a wonderful time working together. Rafayel decided to be a visiting professor. Sometimes there's a unique pleasure in observing a small fish swimming alone in a vast, unknown whirlpool. So, Mr. Rafayel, do you have any thoughts on the topic for the first lecture? He gives it some thought for a while. Grinning, he says, "Let's start with the history of art." As he speaks, Rafayel turns his gaze towards the window. Let me tell you a story, a chapter of art history that never made it into the textbooks. Soon, posters for the lecture series Lost Sea, Lemuria's Art and Civilization by Rafayel fill every corner of the campus. Inside the campus cafe, Rafayel is seated by the window. He's leafing through a slim book of colors. An almost empty cup of coffee is in front of him. The ancient civilization of Lemuria, a subject long forgotten, has suddenly become a popular topic on the campus with the help of Rafayel. There's an empty table over here. By the way, what was the name of the cake we ordered last time? It was absolutely delicious. Just as it was time for the mid-morning break, a group of girls arrived and settled down in the seats behind him. Is this like from where, with his birthday, she was saying that they would get cake and he would always be seated there and they would have seen each other but didn't know each other? I think it's sea salt cheese. That's an interesting cake. A familiar voice gently tickles Rafayel's ears. It is! Sea salt cheese, like a summer day by the seaside. That shell-shaped design. Outside the window, a leaf falls. The girl continues to converse with her friends, but Rafayel can no longer make out her words. A summer day by the seaside. Seashells. The sea. Though her voice has matured, her pronunciation, enunciation, the rhythm of her speech, and even the emphasis in her sentences, every word strikes like a drumbeat, awakening long-buried memories in his mind. Have you been keeping up with the Lemuria lectures at the art school? I want to attend one, but I heard the spots filled up as soon as they opened. Her friend speaks with a heart full of sadness, yet the girl's voice carries a hint of confusion. Lemuria? You surely know about it. I was busy preparing for my thesis proposal, she laughs. The girl's confusion is somewhat weird, leaving him uncertain as to whether she has never heard of Lemuria before or is simply unsure what the lecture is about. Rafayel glides a spoon along the rim of his coffee cup as he listens. If the seasonings aren't sufficiently added, the spice will be mediocrity. The conversation behind him has already moved on. He sees no point in staying here any longer. Rafayel places the spoon on the coaster. He raises a hand and gets the attention of a passing waiter. Check, please. Number 6. A perfect opportunity. Morning in the studio of the Art Center, the students move their easels to the sides of the classroom, their eyes focused on the canvas Rafayel has set up in the center. Mr. Rafayel, since the Lemuria lecture series ended, what's the next series going to be about? I bet it's paint. Look at that glass jar. This is a rare type of art class. Rafayel sits beside the canvas. He doesn't have a paintbrush or palette. Instead, he dips his hand into a vat of vibrant red paint. The students can smell a faint spiciness in the air. What are the plant ingredients in this paint? Chili peppers? You can turn that into paint, huh? As expected of Mr. Rafayel. We can use hot sauce to paint from now on. All he knows how to eat, as expected of a student. Amidst the commotion, Rafayel remains fully engrossed in his paints. Various chili peppers can give different colors. Using plant pigments for paintings is nothing special. He pinches out a bit of red, rubs it between his fingers and sniffs. The colors have already spread out in his hands, yet the scent remains too faint. It hasn't reached the level he desires. Spiciness is a sensation, not only perceivable by the mouth but also by the skin. It's similar to painting. Rafayel applies a stroke of red onto the canvas. Color is also a sensation. If we only rely on our eyes to judge, it becomes superficial. Colors not only shift with the changing light of different times, but they also appear entirely different in the eyes of various creatures. That's why creating art and who's appreciating art are of great importance. The students exchange glances. It's a simple principle, yet coming from Rafayel, it feels like it means something else. Mr. Rafayel, in your eyes, is this not red? Do you only see the color red? Rafayel smiles, but doesn't continue the conversation. The students, understanding his unspoken cue, tactfully steer the topic in a new direction. Mr. Rafayel, how long do you plan to stay in Lincoln City? Can we still contact you after you finish your work here? Yeah, when will you have another exhibition? On the canvas, varying shades of red are gradually layered. The paint from the spice seeps through his fingertips, beginning to stimulate an excited nerve. Perhaps he will remain in Lincoln City for a long time. After all, he has yet to formally invite an art appreciator, and his paint is still not properly mixed. The perfect moment will happen in the distant future. That was a lot of reading. Okay, so now we kind of see what led up to him being at the university, what led him to the university, and our consequent meeting thereof. Okay, we're going to head into Siren's song, and then we'll head into the other myth. That myth is just under an hour. Number 1, cliffhanger. Maverick finally arrives at the beach. The Siren who deceived him sits on the rocks. She turns around, smiling amidst the fragmented waves. His bloodline that spanned 100 years has met its end. Its family crest stained with the blood of loved ones. The Siren is responsible. He cherished her, yet she dug out their hearts with her own hands. He wades through the shallow water and climbs onto the rocks. His hands are marred with scars. These bloody hands had once cradled the girl's face, gently caressing her exquisitely sculpted features. But her love is a web meticulously woven with lies. The seawater wets Maverick's clothes as he slowly opens his mouth, singing a melodious love song to his former lover. It is the song she once taught him, a siren's ballad. His voice fluctuates from deep below the waves to soaring high above the skies, from sunset to moonrise, from high tide to low tide. He sings with such passion that even the siren is captivated by his enchanting voice. Step by step he approaches her, caressing the bloodstains on her face that have yet to be washed away. He embraces her, whispering tenderly in her ear as he reveals the hidden dagger concealed in his sleeve. He plunges it into her heart when the song reaches its climax. Crimson curtains descend like a cascade of blood, the lingering echoes of the ballad resonating within the vast opera house. On stage, the man portraying Maverick gracefully bows, his dim eyes hidden behind a mask. Only then does the audience awaken from the enchanting melody, erupting into thunderous applause. He will surely be the rising star of the opera world, a prodigy. I've already come up with the headline. Let's call it Resurgence of the Siren's Voice, Royal Opera House 10th Anniversary Performance. Just as everyone showers him with endless praise, a piercing scream seems to shatter the glass dome of the building. Like claws tearing through a magnificent robe. Mr. Fallon! He's dead! Behind the curtain, Raphael leans against the backstage door, shutting out the cacophony. He closes his eyes and takes a few deep breaths. Finally, he can be himself. A searing pain throbs into his throat, pulsating in tandem with his heartbeat, rapidly stimulating his nerves. As he touches his Adam's apple, he pulls out a new tie from his leather briefcase, the smooth satin entwined between his fingers. The cool texture gradually envelopes his neck. It's like sheathing a blade. The stage is adorned with a velvet carpet symbolizing the sea. His leather shoes step upon it, absorbing all the background noise. This performance is far from over. Attention please, non-essential personnel, please evacuate immediately. As a renowned private detective from a prominent family-owned local business, Louis also received an invitation to tonight's performance and is now pushing against the frantic crowd. He manages to calm himself and sneaks through the stage entrance. He hides beside the stage lights behind the curtain, observing the situation. In the center of the VIP box, the deceased is now surrounded by barricade tape, still maintaining the seated position from when he watched the show. With his smile, he looks like the sculpture of a murder victim. Louis senses something breeze by him. Someone is walking on the stage, behind the curtain. He pulls back the curtain, but he only catches a glimpse of a person lowering the brim of their hat, disappearing through the exit. Number 2, stage manager. In the heart of Verona, Rafayel pushes open the cafe door. Before the tinkling of the wind chimes fades, he heads straight to an empty table and takes a seat. A few high school girls dressed in uniform sit by the window. You can always get the hottest gossip from girls around that age. Have you heard about what happened when they performed Siren's voice? A person enchanted by the Siren's ballad will ultimately die with a smile. Mr. Fallon had no external injuries or signs of poisoning. The police haven't found any clues. Maybe that opera singer really is the god of the sea. He took his revenge. I heard his name is Mo. Raphael swipes through the news on his phone. It overflows with reports about the performance and Mr. Fallon's unexpected death. As if not finding the news he wanted to see, he returns to the home screen. Raphael sips his Americano. By the time the cup is half empty, he hears high heels clack against the floor, accompanied by the wind chimes. He doesn't look up. You're late. Again. Talia takes off her scarf and sits across from him. Be nice to your aunt. I rushed over as soon as the performance ended. Do I have to buy you a drink? Talia nods, as though it's a given. 1 velvet latte. Thanks. Seeing Raphael remain unmoving, she taps the newspaper on the table a few times. I'm not a cheap voice teacher, you know. Raphael turns around and orders the latte. He's about to hand it to Talia when his hand pauses. The stuff. Did you bring it? It's in my bag. She tries to take the drink, but Raphael pulls it back. With no other choice, Talia takes out a stack of documents from her bag and pushes them to the center of the table. Only then does Raphael put down the latte. He starts flipping through the pages. Well, aren't you grumpy? Talia drinks the latte and watches Raphael attentively read the documents. And after hesitating for a moment, wanting to fill the silence, she says, I watched your performance that day too. Raphael still doesn't look up. Yeah? Have you gotten used to Verona yet? It doesn't matter, I'm just here for now. His expression remains unfazed, but Talia notices him jotting down names with an intensity that makes his pen nearly pierce the paper. She wants to say more, yet struggles to find the right words. After that incident in Lemuria, Raphael changed. Talia felt she could no longer recognize him. If the Raphael of the past was a blazing flame, then the Raphael now resembled a reef battered by relentless waves. Outwardly cold and hard, yet riddled with cracks, vulnerable to crumbling from the next wave. Lost in thought, Talia realizes Raphael has already stowed the documents away. He's putting on his suit jacket and getting ready to leave. She quickly grabs his wrist. Raphael turns around. You got other leads? No, Talia says, shaking her head. There's an international art exhibition in Verona next week. Raphael is silent. She continues. I remember you used to like painting. I thought you might be interested. Raphael remains quiet for a long time. Uncomfortable, Talia feels the stifling anxiety. I know you'll handle everything. I just hope you... Kay is dead. We held the sea moon ceremony for him last Saturday. Raphael gazes out the window, looking at something in the distance. Talia springs to her feet. What? Not every Lemurian survivor can wait. He turns his face away, his eyes glimmering. Perhaps he's shedding tears, but Talia isn't sure. It would be the only info he exchanged for the day, and now it's Talia's turn to fall silent. What exactly is right? She doesn't know anymore. They only have each other as family now, yet at this moment all she can do is watch through the window as Rafayel leaves, alone. Number 3, fourth wall. People look out the cafe's window to see the street while Louis looks into the cafe from the outside. Under pressure from the public, the police hurriedly closed the case. They ruled illness as the cause of death, but Mr. Fallon's family paid Louis several times the usual fee to continue the investigation. Louis recognizes the woman inside the cafe. With her hair adorned with a gilded hairpin, she's Talia, a renowned soprano. He had previously been commissioned to investigate her. Despite being a celebrity, there's not much information about her personal life. She has no known relatives or lovers either. What a surprising turn of events. Mr. Mo seems more intriguing than he had initially thought. Louis begins to look forward to a confrontation with him, and not just for the fee. As a detective, encountering a worthy adversary is always the most exhilarating part of the job. A mix of curiosity and admiration often transcends duty. As he muses, the man leaves the cafe, his demeanor as nonchalant as ever. Louis's feet act faster than his mind. He hurries after him, his hand instinctively reaching for his camera. He forgets for a moment that as a private detective, remaining unseen is paramount. But as the man heads into an alley, he vanishes into darkness. This is the second time Louis has missed him. Frustrated, he stops in his tracks. Suddenly, flames ignite from the end of the alley. Speak, why are you following me? Ooh. Number 4, improv. This might be the day Louis is closest to the truth. At a fancy restaurant, Louis takes a seat directly across from Rafayel. If you answer a few questions, I promise I'll stop following you. How does that sound? Rafayel doesn't respond, which Louis interprets as consent. Do you like myths, Mr. Rafayel? My favorite is The Killer Song. How absurd. Realizing there's no juicy gossip, the mother and daughter at the next table refocus their attention on the corn chowder in front of them. But I've heard it was altered over time, Louis murmurs. You must be familiar with the original story. Am I correct, Mr. Rafayel? Rafayel eats slowly, a knife in one hand and a fork in the other. He cuts the meat on his plate with the elegance of the upper class. I have no interest in writing fairy tales. That's fine, Louis says with a smile. Let me tell you a version I'm quite fond of. Legends say the Siren was not a graceful woman, but a charming, handsome merman. Contrary to the stories in operas, he met a woman on the beach, but she took his tail and cut off his scales. Damn. At death's door, the Siren sang a mournful elegy? Ultimately, the woman on the shore passed away with a smile as he sang. Rafayel takes a spoonful of soup. Cool. That's all he has to say after hearing the story. Naturally, Louis isn't content to leave it at that. I think this version is too plain, so I take the liberty of rewriting it. People lured by the Siren's ballad don't die peacefully. Their smiles are just a mask bestowed by the Siren. Instead, as they near death, they witness bizarre visions as they're plunged into endless torment. A blue pattern, representing the Siren, appears on their chests. It's a constant reminder of the sins they committed against the sea. What do you think? Very creative, Rafayel remains unimpressed. Thank you, Louis says. But Mr. Rafayel, do you really think the story is done? I added a bit. The Siren returns to the sea, believing everything has ended, but he discovers his underwater kingdom has turned into ruins soaked in blood. His people have either vanished, turned into bloody foam, or were kidnapped. His homeland has turned into a silent, deserted city overnight. Oh, and as for the name of this underwater kingdom? Lemuria. Louis enthusiastically narrates his addendum of the story. At that moment, the chef serves them their meticulously plated final dish. A fish lying amidst white rosary. Rafayel still doesn't speak, chewing slowly. He stops for a long while, seemingly savoring the flavor. What is it, Mr. Rafayel? There's bone. Louis pulls out an old document and pushes it toward Rafayel. It reads, in 2034, an underwater city was unearthed in the ocean southeast of Lincoln City. It was confirmed to be the ruins of Lemuria, confirming Lemuria's existence. My story isn't just pure imagination. Any thoughts, Mr. Rafayel? Maybe you shouldn't be a private detective. Rafayel pushes the document back. His aloof facade seems impenetrable, but Louis, still determined, tries one last time. There is a part I still haven't figured out. Which is? When the Siren returns to the beach, how does he exact his revenge on those responsible for Lemuria's destruction? Louis pulls out a hefty personnel file and places it on the table, all while observing Rafayel's expression. This time, Rafayel doesn't feign disinterest. He starts flipping through it. I think he'd first learn from them. Really? Louis is taken aback. He fails to find any mistakes in this man. Other than Rafayel's smile, nothing seems to be amiss. Despite that, he's even more perplexed by Rafayel's response. He's got to study their wits and cruelty, you know? Rafayel stands up and departs, leaving only that statement behind. This is the third time. Louis feels he's gotten a hold of something, yet still finds himself empty-handed. Number 5, a one-man show. The young boy sits alone in the middle of the coral reef, softly humming Siren's ballad. Waves lap the shore, staining its dark red. The color blends almost seamlessly with the bloody setting sun in the distance. Those who deceived him have long since sailed away in their massive ships, laughing all the while. Siren's ballad isn't a song of revenge, it's an elegy sung for Lemuria. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Rafayel shakes the droplets of water from his hair. He feels like he's still underwater. The dying cries of his people echo in his ears, fizzing and crackling like a broken record that's been ground into pieces. Something in his chest howls, urging him to open his eyes and avenge them. Rafayel wants to stand up, yet at the same time his body is ensnared by the dark undertow. In darkness, the shadows of those he personally laid to rest emerge and drag him down, lower and lower into the depths. The bathtub's water is heavy. Really heavy. Torn between various forces, it's as if he's being split in two. Don't be scared. Amidst the chaos, Rafayel hears his mother's voice. He remembers last Saturday. He pushed Kay's wheelchair out of the hospital room all the way to the beach. Hang in there, I'll bring everyone home. But Kay shook his head, looking at the sea. I can't stand it anymore. They took away my scales and drew my blood, over and over again. I'm no longer Lemurian. The doctor told him in private that Kay was on his last legs. He wasn't sure what had kept him through such agony until now. The boundless land and sky had once been the dream of many Lemurians, yet they couldn't have imagined it turning into a never-ending nightmare. The remaining Lemurians also appeared. They promised Kay they'd perform the sea moon ceremony, but Rafayel still found it hard to let go. When the moon reached its highest point in the sky, they pushed Kay's body into the depths of the sea, watching him slowly become one with the water. In the crowd, Kay looked at Rafayel and smiled. Rafayel read his lips. Don't be scared, he had said. Rafayel remembers the time from many, many years ago, though it's a faded memory now. He hid behind his mother during a sea moon ceremony. His mother gently pulled him to her side, allowing him to witness the ritual. Don't be scared, she softly murmured. The world gradually becomes clear before Rafayel. He takes several deep breaths, then wraps himself in a bathrobe. Barefoot, he steps onto the carpet and reviews the documents Talia had given him. Number 6, next performance. By the time a reluctant Louis reaches the pier, Rafayel has already boarded a ship set to depart from Verona. It's perfect weather for sailing, clear, bright. The port radio station continues its 24-hour broadcast of citizens calling in. This is the 107th call about the special anniversary performance. Even though it ended several days ago, countless audience members who experienced it in person still praise it is groundbreaking. It's an unforgettable memory. Even I, Joanna, regret not having gone to see it. Now, let's take the next call. After the call connects, the voice on the other end is sharp. Oh, that opera singer Mo. He's a real siren. His singing can seduce and kill. I'll follow him forever. The call abruptly cuts off. It sounds like an obsessed fan has lost their mind and is now descending into madness. The ship sails for many days on the vast blue ocean. Finally, a silvery white horizon appears. Rafayel stands on the deck, a suitcase with exquisite gold clasped at his feet. It draws frequent glances from other passengers. Dear passengers, our destination Lincoln City is just ahead. He takes out a stack of documents and sets them on fire. The ashes are instantly taken away by the sea breeze. Then he takes out a business card from his card holder and flips it between his fingers. Who knew the private detective's leads were, in some aspects, more comprehensive than his own? Alright, I'm getting off the ship now, he says. The seagull that had followed him all the way reluctantly leaves his shoulder. Approaching the beach, a sea breeze stirs. A photo from Rafayel's breast pocket is blown away. But before it can go too far, a seagull snatches it with its beak and returns it to him. Rafayel gazes at the girl in the photo, a smile gracing his lips. He pets the seagull. I'll give you some tasty snacks next time. Okay, so I just wanted to have a look. So it seems that Siren's song took place, that anecdote, the events within it took place a little bit before Rafayel moves to Lincoln City, which is the previous anecdote which we just read of him finding the university she's at and taking up a job there. So Siren's song was him showing him basically taking revenge, from what I gather, on the people that ended his civilization. I just looked up and they explained that since the discovery of Lemuria, scientists had taken a lot of the Lemurians and experimented on them, and they died from that. And so that led Rafayel to become an avenger, or to take revenge upon these people. So that anecdote was just showing part of how he takes revenge by killing Mr. What was his name? I just read it and I can't remember his name. Mr. Fallon. How he killed Mr. Fallon, which I take was part of all the researchers and scientists that experimented on these people. So I think I got a bit of better understanding of that anecdote. And learned a little bit more about Rafayel. So deep down on that playful, cutesy exterior of his, like, childlike kind of mannerism in certain aspects, deep down he's a murderer for revenge. So he definitely also has a dark past brewing there. Okay, then Tears of Romero was the third myth, which I can skip for now. I've been told I can read that after going a little bit further into the main story. We've done Forgotten Sea. It froze, so I had to go out, but it's fine. I'm not going to go back in because we're going to watch the video on YouTube. Yet again, we'll be using a video from Lavender for the Sea of Golden Sand myth story. Many, many years have passed on the humble planet of Phalos, and on this land lives a noble princess. Her heart, pure and flawless, is blessed by the gods. It protects Phalos forevermore, granting immortality to its denizens. The source of Phalos' glory is the princess's heart, and it earned her endless love and respect. Everyone wishes the best for her highness. To protect her heart, the princess made a small sacrifice. She can never leave her palace. Books describe Phalos with winding rivers and seas, yet to the princess, outside is a small garden. The princess's dearest wish is to leave the palace and see the world with her own eyes. Legends from Deepspace, Sea of Golden Sands prologue. With Miss Nastasha's maid uniform, no one will recognize me. My 99th escape attempt. Good luck, me. Not long after the boat set sail, a group of guards rushes in.
The water! Over there!
I can't believe it. They found me already. Arrows with several strings attached to their shafts fly. Several pierce the boats and drag it to the land. The boat tosses and turns. I lose my balance and fall into the lake with a splash. No! Seaweed wraps around my ankles, pulling me into the depths of the lake. Yet despite being consumed by impending dread, power soon surges forth. It embraces me. My sinking body relaxes. With strength around me, the water is almost comforting. A voice firm and clear speaks to me.
Order them to leave. Say nothing of there being another person. Not if you understand.
Drowning is a terrible thing. I nod and my body rises to the surface. That was close. I almost died.
Miss Natasha? What brings you to the lake at this hour?
Her Highness lost her bracelet this morning. I'm retrieving it.
The water is very deep. Her Highness must be using this as a distraction. Check on Her Highness and ensure the doors are locked. The enemy has infiltrated the city. Nobles have already been killed.
After the guards leave, I drag myself to land. Someone else surfaces from the water and approaches. Are you my savior? Thank you. Yet why were you underwater? All I gotta say is he looks fucking dashing in that, just by the way. He glances at me, then sits down. He lowers his head and tears a piece of his shirt from his left shoulder. The wound on his shoulder is still bleeding. Is it because of the arrows earlier?
Do not touch me.
You've lost a lot of blood and we're in the water. It'll get infected.
If you're begging for aid, keep our meeting a secret.
Sorry, just mind me eating in between all of this because I just need to get some food in my stomach because I'm going back to pole fitness today, so excuse all the chewing. He uses the torn cloth to bandage his wound. He stands up to leave. Wait! It's upsetting my 99th escape attempt failed. I'll keep my mouth shut, but you should help me. He stops in his tracks.
And if I refuse?
I just need to scream for the guards. They'll come running.
You won't even be able to utter a sound.
I like that threat. I'm not trying to threaten you. He turns around. His face is expressionless as if waiting for my request. What I mean to say, since you entered the palace, you must know of an escape route. I lean in close and whisper into his ear. Why'd you take me with you? middle of the night, the palace is silent. And outside in the capital, the nightlife has just begun. The bustling market abound, the road is lined with lights, and merchants hungry for gold. It's so lively, and everything's so interesting. I've never seen this before. The stranger I met is ways ahead of me. I rush to keep up with him. Wait!
I escorted you out of your palace. My debt is paid.
You sound aloof, but you're still allowed me some fun. You're nice. You're not going to abandon me, are you?
You shouldn't expect too much from strangers.
You've been kind to me, yet I know not what to call you.
My name is of no significance. We'll part ways soon.
I disagree. You're the second most important person to me. I demand to know your name.
I beg your pardon?
As a little girl, my dearest wish was seeing the world outside the palace. After all these years and 99 attempts, he granted it with a lift of his finger. To me, you are my cherished wish-granting spirit. Well, you appeared from the water. Perchance you are like the god of the sea. Mr. Sea God, you...
My name is Rafayel.
Raoul? Did you just make up a name?
And how is Natasha more unique?
Lord Raoul, there's so many things to do and eat. Have you any coin? My pockets are empty. Could you... I'll pay you back once I return to the palace.
Allow me to inform you, I plan to visit only the 3rd Street.
Persuasion is one of the few skills I learned as a princess. The skewer is delicious. What did they use? I'll ask the chef to make it when I return to the palace.
What matters is that you enjoy its taste. Nothing more.
They're selling pies? How cute! We should
Those
buy
are
one.
gerbils. They're everywhere outside the city.
Oh. Gerbils?
You just ate some.
What? You're lying. Maybe for Rafayel, the 3rd Street is a mirage in the distance. All because I take the time to idle at the 1st Street. Is this makeup? Put some on your wrist so I can smell it.
It's seasoning to be used on meat.
Oh, these small lamps are adorable. I should buy one to hang in my bed.
They're spirit lamps. Wait for someone in the palace to take Death's hand before hanging it.
Oh, look at that hat! Rafayel, come here. I want it.
It's in the exact style as the one Her Highness wears. No bargaining.
Apparently many stalls sell items that were worn by Her Highness. Why sell fakes? What purpose is there to wear other people's
Her
clothes?
Highness has a heart blessed by the gods themselves. It protects Philos forevermore,
Philos.
granting
Okay. Sorry, I
immortality
will
to its
correct
denizens.
my pronunciation
Thus,
on that.
everything related to Her Highness is popular.
I knew it all tied back to the heart. I love how with every single, like with Zane, it had to do everything revolving around our heart. We had heart problems, we couldn't control the powers within our heart and stuff like that. Now with Rafayel, we also, first one, he needs to take our heart and sacrifice us. This one, our heart is tied to keeping Philos alive. I'm sensing a theme. A heart everyone admires. However, as the princess, I couldn't care less. I am nothing to those close to me. People visit me only because of this heart, whether out of respect, love, envy, or hatred. I might be the princess, but in reality, I'm a fish in a glass bowl. As long as the fish lives, why inquire about its feelings? If a god does exist, he should claim the heart himself. Rafayel's expression changes ever so slightly. Suddenly, there's a loud noise behind us.
Over there, quickly.
The city guards! I look at Rafayel with a pleading look. Will he abandon me? Fortunately, he grabs me and runs. Along the way, he pulls down racks stocked with various dyes. We leave the market in a mess. After 2 or 3 turns, we hide in an alley. You run swiftly, I admit. I almost couldn't. Rafayel tears off another strip of cloth. Only then do I see a broken arrow in his wound. Are you bleeding again? We need to find a clinic.
Unnecessary.
He grasps the arrow shaft and using some force pulls it out. He tosses the arrow aside. Blood stains the royal seal etched upon its arrowhead. He doesn't want anyone to know his injury is related to the palace. That's why he refuses to visit a clinic. We can't leave it as is. You've bled more than enough. Rafayel and I sit on the stairs of the alley. Below us is the market. It might sting because of the medicine. I'll try to be gentle, so please bear with it. I carefully tear the fabric surrounding the wound and pour the medicine. Rafayel doesn't even wince. Curious, do you not feel any pain?
When you're prone to getting injured, it all feels the same.
I fell from a tree once. I scraped my knee and it hurt.
You? You climbed a tree?
wanted to see what was outside the palace walls.
And?
There was another palace.
If you despise even the mere mention of it, what is stopping you from leaving?
It'd be responsible of me. Rafayel looks at the hand I'm bandaging his wounds with.
You are no maid.
That was a tough word for me to get past.
Does your highness understand the danger of being with the wrong people?
I lower my head, putting down the bandages and medicine. You are correct. I'm not a maid. Neither am I a princess in the truest sense of the word. No one is aware of this secret. I'm not a daughter of the Philos royal family. I am no one's child. I am a person who awoke from the depths of the planet. It's because of my heart that I was crowned a princess and treated like a treasure. My status, lavish life, my friends and family, love, is only because of this heart. I always believed my existence and my heart were separate, because without my heart, who am I? There is nothing to hold as a princess. I can't leave.
Should your highness like to go anywhere, what location?
The sea.
There?
Yes. I lean against the stairs. I read about the sea, beautiful and blue. This world has lots and lots of blues. It is home to adorable fishes and stories. The sea is a very, very different place from the capital. What's wrong?
How many years? No one said they wanted to visit the sea since.
Have you seen it? Are there tiny colorful shells on the beach?
Your highness will see it in the future.
There's a small commotion from the streets below. I spot a familiar face in the city guards. Miss Natasha, she must have been sent to find me. Rafayel stands up and moves his left arm.
It's been tended to. I am in your highness's debt once more. Farewell. This is the 3rd street.
Wait, Rafayel's identity didn't matter. He allowed me to leave my golden cage and enjoy a night of freedom for the first time. There is hope for a second, even a 3rd time. Do you plan to visit the palace again? If so, will you see me? I'm not asking for any favors. However, I must pay you back. A princess can't be indebted to her people. Rafayel seems defeated by my terrible excuse.
Am I not in your highness's memory at all?
He takes my hand, then opens and closes it.
Fish I gave. Is it well?
Wait, if he's saying the little fish I gave, does that mean this is a continuation from, like, how many ever moons and years passed, from the first myth we read where he was supposed to sacrifice her, but he came out alone without her or his fish? So, is it referencing to that? Rafayel soon returns to the alley. Elder Anmund stands in a corner, having waited for a long time.
I saw what happened. Was it her?
Yes.
Why did your quintessence not do it?
The time is yet to come.
Your quintessence is not one to hesitate.
Quintessence. Rafayel doesn't respond and continues walking. Anmund follows.
Rafayel, she is no longer that girl. Your quintessence is no longer god of the sea either.
Did he come to now want to get my heart and cut my heart out?
Your tongue's flapping is better now that you're older.
The fire is about to fade. How much time is left? Lemuria's final hope is within our reach.
Rafayel stops walking. In his hand, a flame burns. The fire is completely black, its center only carrying a bit of
Her
color.
powers still slumber. She is unaware of her true self. Acting now would only scare the nobles.
Rafayel closes his hand.
Don't forget, we require a complete sea god's heart. It must also be offered willingly.
Then, what is the next step in your quintessence's plan?
The moon sits upon the tree branch. Unconsciously, Rafayel's mind drifts back to the girl in the market. Her eyes shine
She's very fond of gerbils.
Slowly, his mind begins to wander.
We'll partake in a trip and catch some.
Is the dress to your highness's taste?
Yes.
It's too somber. How about this one?
Yes, yes, choose what suits your fancy.
Your Highness's coming-of-age ceremony will be in a few days. An event warranting excitement, I would think.
I lie on the floor and tap the glass bowl. The little blue fish inside it chases my finger. Miss Natasha, do you recall who gifted me this fish? We met again a few days ago. How long ago was it? I had read about Lemuria for the first time. That year, the nobles sent over countless gifts for my birthday. Amongst them was a gift that outshone the rest. A Lemurian. The young man was around my age, his bluish-pink eyes cold yet beautiful. The book said Lemuria was an ancient civilization of the deep. Living beneath the waves, the god of the sea protected them since time immemorial. Every Lemurian was blessed with beauty. Their tears turned into glimmering pearls, their voices brought dreams of wonder, their blood made one live forever or could even resurrect the dead. Once you tamed a Lemurian, they were the most loyal, powerful servants. They listened to every command, even if it cost them their life. As a symbol of luxury, nobles did everything to acquire a Lemurian. To raise an exotic plaything was to flaunt one's wealth and status. That is very sad and depressing. Humanity, man. Hence, even if I had everything, I still received a very rare gift. That night, I escorted the Lemurian to Moonbath Lake, located in the palace gardens. Were you taken from the deep? Can you tell me about the sea? You won't talk. Oh, I heard Lemurians can charm anyone with a song. Did they cut your tongue?
Ha ha.
You still have it. Good. I meet his weary gaze, then release his shackles. Dive below the lake and you'll be in the city's rivers. Keep swimming and you'll be free before dawn breaks. The boy gives me an incredulous look. Confirming I'm truly setting him free, he grabs my wrist.
Come with me.
I gaze at the lake's vast surface. I'd love to, but I'm a princess. I also don't know how to swim. Return to the sea. Don't run into any danger or get captured again.
I'll return one day and find you.
He takes my hand. To my surprise, a little blue fish swims between our palms.
Fish are emissaries of the god of the sea. This is my vow to you.
This damn music!
Your Highness was out with that Lemurian that night?
I asked to come find me again, but if he actually... I tapped the glass bowl. Blue, aren't you an emissary of the god of the sea? Can you ask him for
Your
me?
Highness must cease any attempts to venture out publicly. Listen to me.
Miss Natasha rushes to my side and whispers in my ear.
These days, many Lemurians have snuck into the city. It's dangerous to approach him.
Her worries aren't without reason. It was weird Rafayel appeared in the lake that night, but... Well, it would make sense that they're breaking into the city and stuff. I mean, the rich are busy going and stealing Lemurians just to show their status, so... I would also want to revolt against that. Maybe we're overthinking it. Aren't Lemurians easy to tame? Besides, Rafayel knows me. He wouldn't try to do anything to me. The little fish suddenly turns around, looking at the balcony. I notice a small arrow by the railing. Arrow's fletching slightly trembles, and so does my heart. It must be Rafayel. I shoo Miss Natasha away and grab the arrow. Attached to the fletching was a small note with a fishtail-esque item. 3 days, dusk. Miss Natasha!
What is it, Your Highness?
I have a feeling that I'll be bedridden this week. A good night's rest is what I require. Do not let anyone
But,
disturb
Your
me.
Highness, the coming-of-age ceremony is in 3 days.
The princess's coming-of-age ceremony is an important event. Nobles from across the land will visit the city to celebrate. The reception, the ceremony itself, everything will be handled by the ministers. During these 3 days, the city is holding festivals and parties. My coming-of-age will make this year memorable. Meanwhile, I, the main character, only need to appear at the ball as a formality. Ah, so it's all for show.
Your Highness, the birthday ball is tonight. A princess should not appear before her people.
Sitting at the dressing table, Miss Natasha places a tray in front of me.
Choose a mask. Your Highness will wear it the whole night.
She stands behind me again and brushes my hair.
Your Highness will have the first dance to start the ball. A duke is the best choice. The guests are anticipating it. None of them will wear masks. I heard a few are quite handsome.
I don't care about handsome nobles or the ball. My gaze returns to the window. Why isn't the sun setting?
Is Your Highness nervous? Relax. If Your Highness fancies someone, take his hand.
Natasha, is Her Highness ready? We ought to leave now.
Doesn't the ball start at night?
Your Highness must greet the King and Queen before walking into the ballroom with them.
I won't be able to meet Rafayel. Remembering how Rafayel contacted me, I quickly asked Miss Nastasha to leave and pull out a pen and paper. What should I write? A promise is a promise. Please wait for me till the moon rises. That should do it. I pick up the arrow and tie the note to the fletching. Startled by a loud noise, I turned to the source. Rafayel was at the foot of my bed. Damn, that note worked quickly. I quickly hide the written note behind me. What brings you here?
Sparing you the trouble of sending a note. Come closer.
This isn't how you act in someone else's bedchamber, is it?
I'll remember for next time. Has Your Highness never used a fishtail beacon before? It's not being used correctly. Let me teach Your Highness. Holding it like this, I'll sense Your Highness's presence. The beacon is a unique form of Lemurian communication. Keep it. What is Your Highness doing? Lemurians aren't obedient little lambs. Is Your Highness wondering the reason for my attire? Tonight we're going on an outing further from here.
A trip far from the city? Lovely. But the ball.
We won't make it. Shall we?
This isn't too daring? Oh, the head maid and Miss Nastasha are outside the door. Rafayel takes me to the balcony.
Are you afraid of heights?
I look down. My knees shake, yet I force myself to stand firm. I'm not.
Well, I am. Hold on tight.
I did not expect that. But it makes sense, because he comes from the ocean. And Rafayel picks me up and gracefully leaps off the balcony. The wind howls against my ears, and I hold on tightly to his neck. Rafayel, have you gone mad? As we fall, a giant illusionary beast from the deep leaps from the ground and swims towards us. Chains fly from Rafayel's hand and ensnare the creature. We land on its back. What is it? The beast swishes its tail and swims to Moonbath Lake. Rafayel's gaze is locked onto the horizon. A slight smile is on his
A
lips.
mount befitting the god of the sea.
Your Highness, where are you going?
The palace becomes a dot in the distance, and I can see Miss Nastasha's panicked expression. I wave. The mask is on the table! Miss Nastasha, I'm counting on you! I knew it was going to end up being like that. Behind the dunes, I struggle with my dress's lace.
Your Highness is smart for having a maid attend the ball instead.
I don't need to worry. She took the same etiquette lessons as me when we were children. People won't know the difference.
Does Your Highness need my help?
I tug at my sleeves and dress, then climb over the sand. I return to Rafayel's side, wearing the same clothes as him.
Come. If Your Highness rather not be a burnt gerbil during daylight or frozen at night, certain clothes are needed.
But you aren't bundled in layers of cloth. Oh,
This
that's
won't
bold.
be valuable in the slightest. A Lemurian's life receives some support through this garb. Curious? Give me your hand.
Okay.
Both of them.
Other one. Okay. Here we go. A gerbil?
Feed it or roast it nicely over a fire.
If it's my birthday present, I shouldn't consume it.
It's not necessarily a gift. Gerbils roam the night. Your Highness can catch them anytime you wish. Here. It's delicious. That's all you need know.
Okay.
It's a cake baked in the sand, made with camel milk and tapioca.
That sounds good, though. I doubt Lemurians actually eat this.
What does your highness think we eat?
Big fishes eat smaller ones, and small fishes eat shrimp. Lemurians should eat shells then.
Don't they also swim with the tides riding on the back of a sea monster with sharks and rays close behind?
Oh, look at us sitting there. I stay with Rafayel until the sun dips below the horizon in the west. I sigh, I farewell fast approaching. Rafayel, thank you for accompanying me. You once summoned fish and now a sea monster. With a trident, you could be an actual god of the sea.
Cumbersome. I dislike it.
Mr. Sea God, I have another wish. I wish you could show me the sea. Rafayel remains quiet, his gaze lowered. The unsettling silence hangs in the air, as if he might say such a wish is impossible. Forget it, you don't... Oh? That glare. Is something wrong? And then his gaze softens. Oh!
When your highness has yet to lay eyes on it, is persistence necessary?
I'll tell you a secret of mine. I actually saw the tides before.
Perhaps in a dream?
Indeed. It often appears in my dreams. The sky gloomy and the water a grey desert. Waves crash against the island in the center of the ocean. On the island I am in a hut, surrounded by silence and solitude. I know that one day the tides, boundless and cruel, will take me on. I'm waiting for someone from the sea to rescue me from this prison.
Your highness's dreams. What are they, if not the sea?
I don't recall. The dream isn't sweet. As I describe it, Rafayel draws a picture in the sand. Within a few strokes, the scenery from my dream appears. It's exactly like this. Do you know where it is? If I could figure out the location, I would know who I am and the heart's origin.
Whence a sea god's legend arose.
What do you mean?
Your highness will learn soon enough.
A hint of emotion flashes in Rafayel's eyes. He turns around.
The sun is setting.
In the distance, I marvel at the sight of the marble white city. The palace's golden roof reflects the sunlight. Amidst golden sands, it is a pearl left behind by the divine. I've never seen the city like this before. It's so lovely, dreamy even. Yet within the taste of freedom and surreal romance, I don't feel at ease. Why would Rafayel appear before me and make my wishes come true? Is it only because we had a chance encounter when we were young? Do you want anything, Rafayel? Anything you desire, you can tell me. Because of this heart, I no longer believe in kindness without reward.
What I desire?
When I needed someone, you were there. You made every one of my wishes come true. And the drawing, it can't be a mere coincidence.
Is your highness not my master?
Rafayel's gaze lingers on my face. Master?
Once Lemurians are bound to someone, we can never go against them.
Are you referring to the time you were gifted to me? Taming requires plucking a Lemurian scale. I did nothing of
Our
the sort.
bond has existed for years.
The wind blows away the sand drawing. Rafayel looks at me and tucks a strand of hair behind my ear.
Long before the sea dried up.
The moon's reflection sits on the still river. A small purple boat is rowed against Moonbath Lake's current. Night has fallen when Rafayel and I return to the city outskirts. Everyone is already in the midst of celebration. It seems only the two of us are near the back entrance of the palace. You swam in the river upon being set free. Rafayel stands opposite me, drawing patterns on the water's surface with the oar.
Your highness has never been to the city. Moonbath Lake has 8 rivers running in 8 different directions, each flowing from the city's center. Beyond the Imperium district where the nobles live, each river splits into 8 different streams. There are 64 rivers flowing out of the capital. With a network that large, I wouldn't remember which one I swam in.
Beyond the palace, there are walls, and beyond the walls, a network of hidden passages. It must have been difficult. What happened after we parted ways? Were you gifted to someone else, or...?
What does your highness believe? If I'm to be presented, my master should be the one to give me up.
I'm different from the nobles who treat Lemurians like presents.
Worry not. I could only be captured if I wanted it to happen.
In other words, you allowed yourself to be captured? To see me? It was a joke, but when Rafayel remains silent, I feel awkward. Is that the truth? So you do want something. Otherwise, why else? Rafayel is quiet, then he bows before me.
Even if I had a scheme at my fingertips, I would be honest.
Once we're at the center of the lake, he drops the oar.
Your Highness can return to the palace from here.
Before I can figure out whether or not Rafayel was jesting from his expression, he's already in the process of leaving. We're far away from shore. Are you truly leaving me here?
Your Highness can row a boat. Here are the oars.
Is this how you avenge yourself? Because I learned of your secret? Petty.
It's best for all creatures of the deep to have a flawless memory.
Rafayel! Rafayel stands on the water surface and turns to look at me.
Does your Highness have another request?
No. It's... walking on water seems fun. I want to do it too. The corner of his mouth curls and he slowly walks back. Instead of taking my hand, he looks at
Your
me.
Highness throws caution to the wind.
Won't you save me? I still need to repay you.
I'm the least bit interested in gold.
But I'm your master. You'll carry out my orders regardless.
Is your Highness satisfied now?
A little. Rafayel reaches out with his other hand.
Now I'm fully satisfied.
Rafayel takes my hands and guides me off the boat. Unwilling to let him have an advantage, I pretend to have a misstep. I fall toward him, and then I'm in his arms. You...
How can I escort your Highness to the sea if a ripple is frightening?
Didn't you say the sea has dried up? Rafayel pats the back of my head.
Look down.
In Rafayel's embrace, I see my feet floating above the water's surface. How miraculous! I can walk on water!
Is it
And
amusing?
Jesus! Excited, I look up only to get lost in Rafayel's eyes. Oh, sweetie, I'd also get lost in his eyes. Yes, yes, yes. Indeed, it's as fun as I imagined it to be. Fearing he might suddenly want to fool around and let go, I tighten my grip.
Why is your Highness squeezing me so tightly?
I take Rafayel's hand and walk on the rippling lake. Were you messing with me on purpose when I stepped off the boat?
Engaging in tomfoolery is a tactical plan.
I look at our reflection on the lake. Is walking on water another skill of yours? Truly, to be a Lemurian is to be blessed. They will never be shackled to one place.
Being a princess must be a bore if your Highness is so easy to please.
You're right. So will you visit me again?
Depends. Is your Highness's most important person one to visit often?
You remembered? I feel anticipation bubbling in my heart and pretend to be surprised. Yes. Will you surpass him? You're allowed 5 weekly visits. Skeptical, Rafayel's mouth curls up. I clear my throat. Or at least 3. I would like to appreciate the market at night, see what's beyond the city, and spend a few days in a nearby town.
Is this your Highness's answer, or a wish?
Is that too much to ask? We can only visit the market at night and leave the city. Nearing the shore, I jump onto land.
Did your Highness have fun?
I did. I celebrated my birthday.
Does your Highness's prior birthday balls not count?
Those were for the princess. Today was for me.
Let this be the birthday gift I owe your Highness.
So next time? Standing on the surface of the lake, Rafayel releases me.
I must leave the city in a few days.
I'm saddened, but then I remember Rafayel is a Lemurian. He has to live elsewhere. Since there's still time, can we meet again? Yet with the seas dried up, where would you go?
A Lemurian is obligated to do his duty.
Based on Rafayel's expression, I shouldn't continue asking. How soon? Can I see you off?
Not immediately. I wish to take you somewhere before my departure.
The girl's silhouette appears in the window on the palace's second floor. Only when the lights are off does Rafayel turn around.
You're here.
Amun steps out from the shadows.
Is this the location where she set your quintessence free years ago? Perfect. The Island of Songs mentioned in the legend has been found. You no longer need to play suitor.
As Amun speaks, he hands Rafayel a dagger.
It can carve out the heart. I leave it to your quintessence to decide.
Rafayel takes the dagger, running his thumb along the edge of the blade.
Are the legends to be believed?
I believe in your quintessence. Her method of acquiring the heart wasn't forgotten, was it? If that island sparked the beginning of our demise, then everything should end there. The Lemurians cannot be deceived again.
Your words ring true.
With a flick of his wrist, Rafayel puts the dagger away. He turns and leaves.
Yet what if the legends are incorrect?
Lemurians who seeketh absolute power, combat the treacherous tides, dive into the deep for pearls, find a true love. When blessed with a true love's kiss, claim her heart by your own hand. A heart, pure, flawless, and filled with love. It is the best offering humans can give to Lemurians. Lemurians ruined slate number 65, Lemuria, Tome of the Sea God. Half a month later. The weather has been poor, so fewer people visit the stables in the city outskirts to chat. I sit quietly in the corner, wearing the clothes Rafayel gave me. On top of them is a cloak to better disguise myself.
The winds are howling. Look at the sand. Half of it is blown away.
I hear something's been found underneath the granules.
I'm not surprised. Our city is a miracle. Why else is the only source of water located here?
Rafayel returns and hands me a full water ski. There's another one on his waist. Are we traveling to a distant land?
Consider it a place your highness wishes to see.
I want to see it. A Lemurian dressed like Rafayel walks towards us. He's wearing the same unassuming robe, but it's very obvious he's muscular. He hands Rafayel the reins to a camel, then turns to me. He's anything but a friend. His gaze scrutinizes me. If eyes were weapons, I'd be gravely wounded. Rafayel,
You dare speak the name of the god of the sea.
We obviously didn't know that. His gaze stops at my chest as though he's trying to burn a hole in it. Before he could possibly start trouble, he steps back and his forehead touches the floor. Why is he bowing to me? The sudden reverence makes me panic and I hide behind Rafayel.
He is not. Ignore him.
He stands, glares at me, then leaves. Lemurians are rather weird. After the Lemurian called Amund gave us the camel, our journey began. They say that Philos has 100,000 zetameters of sand, and after crossing them is another 100,000 zetameters waiting. Amund is our guide, walking ahead of us. There are only 2 camels. I sit behind Rafayel, my arms wrapped around his waist. So dreamy position to be in. Rafayel, Amund called you the god of the sea. Are you the strongest Lemurian?
A god of war would be a more apt title for that.
The Lemurian tales I've read said the god of the sea died long ago. I'm sorry, you must refer to it as a slumber? How can there still be a god of the sea?
Does your highness know why he perished?
Rafayel turns his head ever so slightly.
His heart was stolen by humans.
But if you're the god of the sea, I put my hand on Rafayel's chest.
What is your highness doing?
Checking your heartbeat, if there is one. Rafayel pulls my hand away and holds it in his.
Don't touch me.
He certainly doesn't like to be touched. After what feels like ages, we arrive at a huge sand dune. The camels refuse to go any further, so we continue our journey on foot. Amund has long since disappeared, leaving behind footsteps for us. Rafayel is guiding me, but walking on the sand is harder than expected. One step forward is my slipping 2 times, yet he walks unhindered. You're ahead of me, yet refuse to wait. Awful. The least you can do is talk. Once we return, I'll leave you to dry in the sun.
I can hear your highness.
I sit down in the sand, narrowing my eyes as Rafayel approaches. You walk too quickly. Are you planning to abandon me if I can't give up?
Your highness will be the one to dry out in the sun if your highness keeps sitting here. Come here.
I can't. It's too...
Sandfish.
Ah! He did that on purpose. I scampered to Rafayel's side, then realized something's wrong. I don't see any animal here. You scared me. Rafayel takes this chance to hold my hand.
Walk in my footfalls along the sands.
Oh. I walk on Rafayel's footprints, following close behind. It is easier to move when the sand has been already stepped on. Rafayel, how long will it take? Rafayel looks over his shoulder, then he frowns.
Why is your highness walking in such a manner?
The sunlight is too strong. Let me hide in your shadow. He turns and pours some water into my hood. He then pulls it up.
Does your highness require me to hold a parasol?
Our destination seems to be far away. At night we rest, the wind blowing against our backs. I sit by the fire, hugging my knees. The black flames don't flicker, they burn silently like the man who lit them. No energy, no warmth, and no hope in sight.
Amund won't return for some time. Your highness may rest.
Since we've arrived at this dune, Rafayel has talked less. His mind is preoccupied. This trip is very different compared to our previous ones. Rafayel, I'm a little cold. It's difficult to get close to him. I could only spit out a pitiful excuse. Rafayel moves closer and wraps a blanket around me. It's so quiet. Can you sing for me? I've never heard a Lemurian sing before. Rafayel?
Ask for something else.
Didn't you say we shared a bond? Why aren't you fulfilling my requests?
Bonds can change.
Tell me a story about your past.
Naught can be said.
Tell me something interesting. Anything will do.
I met your highness, a silly human. Is that interesting?
Many like to be solemn in this world. It would be interesting to meet a silly person like myself. I already know what happened after our meeting. Tell me something I don't know. It can be things I've never heard of, yet you're familiar with.
Such as an intruder committing murders?
I already guessed Rafayel was one of the intruders, so I'm not surprised. Why do Lemurians need to kill humans? Revenge?
Your highness and I know revenge is meaningless. The seas are but sands for 30,000 years. We only want one thing.
The Lemurians want to go home?
Yes. We must awaken the seas and return to our homeland.
Aww. The desert is really cold at night. After resting for a while, we continue our journey. Before all the warmth leaves my body, Rafayel drags my body to the top of the sand dune.
We're here.
The radiant moonlight allows us to see what's down below. The undulating sands are silvery white, similar to the waves in my dream. Hidden in these sandy tides are ruins, its structure of various sizes. Where are we?
The Island of Songs.
It sounds familiar. Rafayel, I think I've been here before. Something is calling out to me. Not waiting for Rafayel, I hurry and run into the ruins. Golden sands cover what was once an island. Fragmented walls and scattered roof tiles cover the ground. Withered branches reach to the sky. I feel like I know this place. Is it because we've been there before? I walk around. Rafayel quietly follows after me, seemingly waiting for something. I've walked these streets. I've seen these roof tiles. I run my hand along a wall, reaching a broken window. I can almost hear the grey waves lapping at the rocks. The loneliness and silence from my dream materialize, wrapping around me. This is the place I've dreamed about.
Your highness remembers.
In my dream, I was doing the same thing over and over, and next to me was... I start to dig. My intuition tells me an object of great importance is near. You said a sea god's legend originated from here. There has to be... I find a slab cracked in the ruins. My heart is racing as I hold it. This is it? I only calm down when Rafayel puts his hand on mine.
Those who share a bond with the god of the sea can read the slab. Does your highness have the fishtail beacon?
It's rare for Rafayel to be very solemn. Deep down, I sense an unpredictable event is about to happen. Yes, I remove it from the belt on my waist and Rafayel holds it
The
with me.
pain will last for a moment.
Before I can react, he cuts our palms with the beacon. Ouch! Our wounds begin to bleed. Rafayel grasps my hand tightly till our blood mixes on the slab. From where our blood fell, light appears. The breeze blows away the dirt on the slab surface. The light glows brighter and brighter. Golden symbols manifest before us. This is...
The tome of the sea god.
Oh. The tome of the sea god? What does it contain? Like golden leaves on the water, the symbols float and form words.
It's Lemuria's history and the sea god's prophecy.
I don't understand the ancient Lemurian text, but a symbol stands out to me. I recognize this. I touch the floating golden symbol. At that moment, a white light is emitted. The sensation I feel winds around me like a thread reaching my mind. It's me. What does the prophecy say, Rafayel? How is it related to me? Rafayel looks at the text again. Because of the slab's deteriorated state, there are gaps between the golden symbols.
The seas will dry up.
Anything else?
When the god of the sea is revived, the seas will awaken to take back what he's lost. The god of the sea must kill his beloved.
Everything becomes clear. The heart belongs to the god of the sea. More threads appear in my mind, twirling and spinning. If his heart is not returned, the fire will fade. An eternal slumber awaits him. I lift Rafayel's hand. A black fire burns in his palm. I clench my fist, blood dripping onto the flame. It burns brighter. In those fires, I see us of another time. Desiring the sincerest worship of mortals, thou must offer an irreplaceable object. The sea god's heart, mine heart, dost thou want it? The fire flickers and nightfall returns. Rafayel and I are silently staring at each other. You're the god who gifted me this heart.
Prophecies are but delusions. They are not reality.
But the prophecy came true. The seas dried up, the god of the sea died. But if you took me here to reclaim the heart, I take Rafayel's hand which holds a dagger and press it against my chest. I will give it back to you.
Do you understand the weight of your words?
Of course. We made a vow. You are the god of the sea who has my sincerest devotion. My heart exists for this very reason.
Though you are resolved for its return, I cannot accept it.
Why not?
A god must protect his followers. If the legend pertaining to the god of the sea is inevitable,
Rafayel lifts his hand. Amongst the floating words, every symbol that represents me is consumed by
shouldn't
that
the
flame.
god of the sea himself change the story?
That gives me the feeling that that's the reason why in the previous myth he didn't want to sacrifice her, because he felt like if he's the god of the sea, why should he be doing this to fulfill prophecies or to ensure that everything, like, surely he could change the rules because he doesn't want to do it. What are you doing, Rafayel? This is the Lemurian prophecy. The symbols which represent me are engulfed in flames, vanishing from the story. My memories of Rafayel begin to disappear. No, you can't.
If the ending is fixed, let us start anew and be rid of this tale.
As the black fire continues to burn, something is being torn from our body. It is my bond, my vow with Rafayel engraved deep within my soul. Rafayel, stop. No. Looking at Rafayel's face, I fall into a trance. Why am I here? Rafayel, a name so familiar. How did
It
we
will
meet?
soon fade away, like a dream.
No, I don't want to forget. But there is only emptiness.
Lemurians must rewrite their own story, with their own hands.
Rafayel. Who is Rafayel? So that must be then why the prophecy was foretold that Rafayel was going to be the last god of the sea, because he didn't want to sacrifice his devout follower and take her heart. He didn't want to do that. So that's why that prophecy came true. The seas dried up, right? The person before me is a stranger. Darkness akin to the deep drowns my vision. Before my eyes close, I see a dull shade of bluish pink.
Goodbye, my beloved bride.
Oh, my beloved bride? Hang on, I'm almost choking from that. We were married, and now he's had to wipe her memories so that she can not remember him? Lord. I dreamed a long dream. No grey waves, no lonesome islands, a desert of blue. I think if the desert is azure, it ought to look like the sea. In boundless blue, a young man, the god of the sea, holds a girl's hand. They walk to the horizon. The god of the sea gestures for waves to bloom under the girl's feet. Fish swim, white gulls circle overhead and sing as they land on her shoulder. To the god of the sea, this is the happiest day of his life, and when he kisses her, he devotes the entire ocean to his beloved. Waking up from my dream, I don't recall how the god of the sea appeared.
Your Highness, I thought we would never see each other again. Now you are back, but... Your Highness seems despondent. A shell. What happened?
Nothing happened. Have I forgotten something?
No. Your Highness has been well, and yet tried to run away again.
Why does it feel like I'm missing...
Your Highness has been staring at the fish again.
Miss Nastasha, who gifted me this fish?
Your Highness's most important person.
Most important person. Who could be...
Your Highness, why are you by the lake again?
Miss Nastasha, did I meet someone here by the lake?
How can a person be on the water, Your Highness?
You're right. A boat floats peacefully on the lake. I feel like I've walked on its surface before. This is actually so sad because, like, the memory's gone, but she feels like something was there and happened, but her memory's just failing her. And this is like a proper love tragedy.
Your Highness will fall in by taking another step.
I look down to see my feet are submerged. So I can't walk on water. Where did that blurry memory come from? My life as a princess is calm in a ball, yet I have no will to leave the palace. Instead, a dark shadow is burning my heart like a flame. Falling into this abyss, I'm slowly being eaten
Your
away.
Highness seems preoccupied. There's been a development in the city. Is Your Highness interested? The guards have found the enemy's base.
The enemy?
The Lemurians. They're responsible for the recent assassinations.
The Lemurians have...
The king is upset. His Majesty wants to capture all Lemurians and leave them to dry in the desert.
Jeez. Why?
Rumors say their ultimate plan is to awaken the seas. Yet they have long since dried. If the Lemurians are successful, won't everyone drown below the waves?
Okay, let me understand that logic of her maid right now. They want to stop the Lemurians from raising the sea because they're all going to drown under the waves. So they would much rather let the Lemurians dry up and die in the desert? Because that's definitely fine as long as they're not the ones drowning under the waves. To awaken the seas? Where's Rafayel?
Rafayel?
I'm stunned the moment this name falls from my lips. Why does it sound so familiar?
Oh, I believe it's the name of the young Lemurian that was gifted to Your Highness years ago.
Young Lemurian? Within the dark, fiery recesses of my mind, a butterfly seems to burst out from its cocoon. I go to my bed and take an object from
The
underneath my
fishtail
pillow.
beacon. Lemurians use that as a weapon. Why does Your Highness have it?
It's called a fishtail beacon? I hold it. Possibly I've held it with someone when they cut our palms. The first time I saw it embedded on my balcony's railing, attached to it was a note I'd been waiting for. I remember someone holding my hand, and I'll be able to sense Your Highness's presence holding it like this. I hold the fishtail beacon. It vibrates in my hands, glowing faintly. Rafayel. Clenching the beacon, I look back at Miss Nastasha. I remember.
Your Highness is acting strange. Is something wrong?
I have an important meeting today. Rafayel said he would leave the city. If there is anything left for me, it's the person who's taken care of me all these years. Miss Nastasha. I hug her tightly. After I depart, please take care of yourself.
Your Highness?
I gaze at her one last time before letting her go. The weather is beautiful, shining like silver. 64 rivers run to the city outskirts. Numerous boats float along the water. People play music and sing, and the pearl white city is radiant. I recall Rafayel used one of the rivers to leave this place. Observing the city's hustle and bustle was once my wish. Now I pay it no attention. I run through the streets, grasping the beacon even tighter. I haven't even realized my hand is bleeding. Everything I've forgotten is a dream left behind in the island of songs, along with the burned remnants of the ancient Lemurian prophecy. I am a dreamer waking up from her dream. I remember everything. Rafayel, wait for me. You have to wait for me. I don't even notice the bloodied fishtail beacons glow. Outside the station, Amun sees it's time to leave.
What is your quintessence waiting for? I have served as a Lemurian elder for centuries. Your quintessence is the first god of the sea who dared rewrite the tome of the sea god, refusing to take her heart. Your quintessence's life must burn away.
What matters is our opportunity to return home. Having a god of the sea makes no difference.
Rafayel remains silent. A sensation akin to sprouting vines slowly climbs from his heart, ensnaring his very soul. Amun spots the glowing fishtail beacon being held.
Didn't your quintessence say the bond was destroyed?
A girl's shout can be heard from the city. Rafayel turns back. Among the humans, he can only see a disheveled white robe. She is a butterfly, or rather a silvery white fish swimming to
How?
Because love is stronger. Rafayel! Fortunately, he was still here. I managed to catch up to them. It's the first time I've seen that Lemurian be so surprised.
You...
I stop some distance away from him. You're going to abandon me and leave alone? I try to catch my breath as I walk toward him. If gods do exist in this world, then Rafayel, you must be the worst one. How could you leave your follower behind? You also promised to show me the sea. I stop by the white camel and meet his gaze. I am not one who easily forgets. I won't be returning to the palace.
Do you even know where we are headed?
Our vow is eternal. You'll have to do more to be rid of me.
You've decided then.
Rafayel takes my hand. With his help, I get on the camel and sit behind him.
I may actually take your heart.
I told you before, if you are a god who can claim my heart, then claim it. Take me away. Oh, he's claiming it in a different kind of sense. Not the kind of sacrifice sense, but the loving sense. The dust rises and the white divine camel walks into the sunset. Deep within the palace, the little blue fish slowly turns into a silver scale and sinks to the bottom of the glass bowl. At dusk, the palace Her Highness has tried to escape from 99 times and the capital are left behind. The princess doesn't spare them a glance. Philos' seas have dried up for 30,000 years. The prophecy of gold has faded. Maybe there will never again be churning rivers or boundless seas. The princess with the god's heart, the god of the sea who saved her, the Lemurian who rescued her from a cage time and time again. They will meet once more. Legends from Deepspace, Sea of Golden Sands, Chapter 1. Aww! Rafayel, where are we going?
Didn't you want to visit the sea? We'll head to Whalefall City.
Oh, that at least has a better ending to some of the myths that, compared to some of the myths that we've read. I was expecting another, like, heartbreaking ending. I'm gonna be maybe reduced to tears, especially with how it was going towards the end of that myth. But then it turned around, Una reversed itself and be like, you know what? Screw you. I'm gonna write my own prophecy. I'm claiming my beloved's heart in a different way because you didn't technically specify how I need to claim her heart. So this ending has made me happy. This one was a nice one. I can imagine not all of them are that nice. Compared to all Zane's myths, damn, his was like heartbreak after heartbreak. There was no good ending about any of those that we've read so far. So, but we are officially finished for now with Rafayel's Law, I believe. With his myths and his, I know not both bonds. The other bond we will get to as soon as I can unlock it. I really don't want to watch that one on YouTube. I want to watch it from my own app. We got to learn a lot or little. We got to learn a lot more about him and understand him a little bit better, understand the Lemurians, because I wasn't fully understanding, you know, how his backstory worked and everything like that. So now I do have a better understanding about that. There is still lots of questions that I've got, obviously, which I'm sure we'll eventually get answers to, I hope. But otherwise, next video we will be jumping into Xavier's lore, because I absolutely know nothing about Xavier. Purely just because he's not one of my favorite love interests. But it's time to delve into his lore and see what he's all about. I'm quite curious to actually see what is behind that mysterious, sleepy little gaze of a man. That is it for Rafayel's lore, part 2. We'll just continue on and getting closer and closer to continuing to the main story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know the drill, like and subscribe. And thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!